You're not a kid anymore.
Hey there everybody, I guess it's time to let you off of the hook. This was the culmination of the darkest week of my life. The previous summer, my grandmother spent the whole season with us. It was really the first time we got to know her, because she lived so far away. So it hit me pretty hard when she passed away. When my parents went to Arizona to pay their final respects, a few of my younger siblings also made the trip. I stayed behind because I wanted to hang out with my friends. My steady girl had to go on vacation with her family that week. So night after night, my buddies and I spent drinking and raising all kinds of hell. How the week ended is the story I will now tell. I ran into my buddy, the one who just turned 17. He invited us to his party later that evening. By the time we got to the party, I was already feeling no pain, because we'd been at a church fair where we had been drinking all day. Sometime late in the evening, one of the girls I knew caught my eye. We were talking for a while, and then before you knew it, we just started to kiss. After a couple minutes we stopped, and she looked at me and said, "What about your girlfriend?" When she asked me about my girlfriend, it was like I went into a state of shock. A feeling of guilt and shame came over me, and I just stood there looking distraught. I really loved my girl. She was truly my first love. I never wanted to hurt her. The thought of losing her was more than I could bear. While I sat there considering just what consequence this transgression might bring, coupled with the grief of losing my grandma, just was too much for me to bear. So I convinced myself it was time to end it all then and there. So I ran out the door to my car, told them I'm gonna kill myself. My buddy and his mother tried to stop me. They knew I had too much to drink. I jumped into mine, and my brother's '69 Cougar, another buddy, jumped into the passenger seat. I sped away like a madman, doomed to face my defeat. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and there wasn't another soul in sight. I took a turn at about 50 miles per hour. I lost control and went up a curb, went up a hill in someone's yard, and ended up hitting head on with some big old tree. I hit my head on the windshield and went back into my seat. I was literally seeing stars when my buddy said to me, "I'm getting out of here, you're crazy." He got out of the car and fled the scene. I sat there for a few minutes trying to get my bearings and expecting the cops to show up, but all I heard was dead silence. Seems like nobody heard a thing. I somehow got the car started. I said I got to make it home. I remember driving down Hillard Avenue. The car was screaming out in pain as the fan chewed up the radiator. I never saw another car on the road, and by some miracle I made it home. I got out of the car, I was still reeling. All I noticed were the flat tires. So I went inside to bed. A few hours later, my older brother Phil was at the foot of my bed, screaming, "What did you do?" hour later, my older sister Cindy was standing at the foot of my bed screaming, "What did you do to the car?" I answered her, "It's just like I told Phil, I got a few flat tires." Once again I angrily said, "But there was no way Cindy was going to let me go back to bed." She said, "You better come outside and see just what you did to the car." About then I began to wonder, what's all the fuss about? It didn't take long before I was about to find out. I figured I'd better go down. I had to go take a look, I had to go see just what had them both so shook. Sitting there in our driveway was a completely total wreck. The front end was pushed halfway back, the frame was completely broke. All four tires were flat and bent in, kinda looked like a car in a cartoon. My sister called our dear family friend, who just happened to be a cop. She came over and let me have it. She gave me the scolding lecture of my life. I couldn't argue with her because she was absolutely right. She checked in with the station to see if anyone caught in a hit and run. No, there were no reports filed, that is what they told us. So thankfully I escaped any legal issues. How did I make it home alive is a question, the answer of which I'd eventually come to know. For that we served as the catalyst that would lead to the salvation of my soul. The story doesn't end here, I have plenty more stories to tell, but this was how I kept off my week in hell. And it was about then that I realized I was facing 18 years old, and then I wouldn't be a kid anymore. I said, "You're not a kid anymore."